The River Parks Authority is getting ready to start tours of different rock formations out at Turkey Mountain. The tours will be offered semi-monthly and will be led by a geology expert. This afternoon, Ryan Howell with Turkey Mountain and Steve King, a local geologist, are here to talk more about what people can expect on these tours. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
My pleasure.
Well, Ryan, we'll start with you. Where did this idea come from?
So River Parks has been in the process of implementing a master plan for Turkey Mountain, trail improvements, habitat restoration. And one of the things we wanted to do was improve and make a lot of programming adjustments where we're providing more programming for people. So we do, for instance, a history and mystery tour of Turkey Mountain where you learn all about the recent history of Turkey Mountain, and then we've added some races and all sorts of fun activities. And then Steve approached us about a geology tour.
I love that. So tell me more about that. What kind of formations are out at Turkey Mountain?
Well, let's start with some basics in that it's all sedimentary rocks. There's no igneous, no metamorphic. It's all sedimentary rocks. There's about 1 to 2 million years of sedimentary record between the top of Turkey Mountain and the riverbed. And Turkey Mountain itself, what we can see up there, is about 300 million years old.
How interesting. You know, I think one of the more interesting things about being able to offer this is the story that geology has. You know, our land and everything in it has a story in of itself to tell, and you get to foster some of that.
Exactly. In fact, I tell people rocks tell a story.
Yeah.
The first story, when you look at them or pick them up, is what they are. They sandstone or the igneous, what are they? But the more interesting story, and for me, from my perspective, is how did they get there? When were they formed? How did they get there? And that story has a lot more interest for me. For instance, Turkey Mountain, I can say it's 300 million, or let's say it's more like 305 million years old. But the side story or backstory is 300 million years ago, we were part of the Pangea supercontinent, and Oklahoma actually sat on the equator. So what we see up at the top of Turkey Mountain was actually a tropical environment.
Really? So just imagine what that view must have been all that time ago. That's
well, it would be
neat
different.
to imagine. It certainly would be different. It sure would. Yeah. And what a great opportunity, one, not only to get outdoors, to encourage people to come to Turkey Mountain, that's the whole idea, but also get a little bit of a history lesson. It's little stories to go with it, too. I love that idea. Okay, final question. How can people attend the tours?
So we announced them on our social media pages for Turkey Mountain, Urban Wilderness, and River Parks, and so tickets go on sale. It's a donation to River Parks, so Steve donates his time to the park, and we thank him for that, and it raises a little bit of money for us to put back in. So we pay attention to our social media. We announce them. We have a tour this coming weekend, which is sold out. The following weekend on the 28th, there's another tour, and that one has a little room left in it, so go online to riverparks.org or our social media and get your tickets.
That's so great, and it's been great weather too to get out and check out Turkey Mountain. You were saying just today there are a lot of people out there.
There are.
We love it, guys. Thank you so much for giving your time and coming on the show today.
Thank you.